He's going to hunt you down. He's going to find out what's going on. And that's good. That's good for everybody. That's how you should be looking at this. Like, wow, we have a brilliant mind that is examining these really corrupt and goofy systems and bringing in a bunch of psychopath wizards.
Joe Rogan isn't holding back. This time, his sights are set on Whoopi Goldberg. It all started when Whoopi boldly accused Elon Musk of using his immense wealth and influence to manipulate government policies. But here's the catch. She didn't present any concrete evidence to back up her claims. She spoke with conviction, yet there was no proof tying Musk to any illegal activities. Then came the fallout. Just days after Whoopi's comments went viral, Musk hit back hard. He filed a staggering $900 million defamation lawsuit against her. According to the legal filing, Musk's team argued that her remarks triggered an immediate drop in Tesla's stock price, leading to potential financial losses. But that's not all. The lawsuit also warned that Whoopi's statements could damage future business deals and create panic among investors. Musk's legal team demanded a full retraction, a public apology, and financial compensation to repair the alleged harm. Now the big question, will Whoopi stand her ground or will she be forced to walk back her words? And with Joe Rogan jumping into the conversation, you can bet this controversy is far from over. What do you think? Did Musk overreact or is Whoopi in serious trouble? Drop your thoughts below because this battle is just heating up.
How's Elon handling this whole... He's probably like, what the...
Yeah, he was definitely what the... And he was happy that the ADL, of all people, defended him.
When Whoopi Goldberg stepped into the courtroom, tensions escalated instantly. Witnesses described the atmosphere as intense, with Whoopi breaking down in tears as she admitted she never imagined her comments would lead to legal consequences. During the hearing, she publicly apologized, acknowledging the controversy her words had sparked. While she expressed respect for Elon Musk's achievements as a businessman, she stood firm on her concerns about corporate influence in politics. But Musk's legal team wasn't buying it. They argued that Whoopi didn't just share an opinion, she presented her claims as facts, making this a clear-cut case of defamation rather than protected free speech. Meanwhile, Joe Rogan wasted no time weighing in on the controversy. On his podcast, he dismissed Whoopi's emotional courtroom moment as too little, too late. Rogan didn't hold back, calling out celebrities who, in his view, used their platforms irresponsibly. He criticized The View for allowing such claims to air without demanding solid evidence, arguing that unchecked statements from high-profile figures can have real-world consequences. With the case unfolding, the stakes are higher than ever. Is this a lesson in accountability for media personalities, or is Whoopi being unfairly targeted? The debate rages on, and one thing's certain, this drama is far from over.
You're not really making the world a better place.
Right.
You're just allowing these financial institutions to enact control over corporations. And it's a really shifty, weird way they're doing it by making it seem like they're trying to make the world a better, more equal place.
According to Joe Rogan, this wasn't about free speech. It was about accountability. He didn't hold back, calling out Whoopi Goldberg for using her massive platform on The View to spread unverified claims, only to backpedal when faced with real consequences. Rogan highlighted what he saw as hypocrisy, the same people who demand accountability from others suddenly playing the victim when the tables turn, and in his view, Whoopi should have known better. With millions of viewers tuning into The View, he argued that her statements about Elon Musk weren't just opinions. They carried weight, and reckless claims couldn't simply be brushed aside. But what really caught Rogan's attention was Whoopi's shift in tone after Musk hit back with legal action. He pointed to her emotional response in court, her tears, her insistence that her words were misunderstood, and dismissed them as damage control. The issue, he argued, was bigger than just this one incident. This, Rogan claimed, is a fundamental problem with modern media. People say anything without considering the fallout, and when real consequences arrive, they suddenly retreat, deflect, or cry foul. His words struck a chord with his audience, especially among those already skeptical of Whoopi's influence. For them, this wasn't just about one controversy. It was a moment that exposed the growing frustration with mainstream media's double standards.
Everyone had something to say, but no one said, oh, well, how you doing?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Because it involves so many other things, and I think that it is a matter of how we treat ourselves.
But I get people think things are funny because they don't think about the person they're making fun of. You and I are both guilty of doing that.
Of course.
On his podcast, Joe Rogan didn't hold back, calling out the media's role in fueling Whoopi Goldberg's controversial claims about Elon Musk. According to Rogan, the real issue wasn't just what Whoopi said, it was how quickly the media ran with her narrative without questioning its accuracy. Instead of fact-checking or presenting a balanced perspective, many outlets amplified Whoopi's statements, creating the illusion that Musk was actively engaged in manipulating government affairs. Rogan argued that this is exactly what's wrong with The View. It's no longer about reporting facts, but about pushing a specific political or social agenda that fits the network's narrative. He went further, suggesting that in today's media landscape, misinformation isn't just tolerated, it's rewarded as long as it aligns with the preferred message. And the handling of Whoopi's statements was, in his eyes, a prime example. Even after Musk filed a lawsuit and debunked her claims, several media outlets continued to back Whoopi, ignoring the inaccuracies. Rogan didn't mince words, calling this reaction both dishonest and dangerous. He pointed out that if a conservative media figure had made similar baseless accusations against a liberal icon, the backlash would have been immediate and unforgiving. Yet in Whoopi's case, the media's response was noticeably different. So is Rogan right? Did the media turn a blind eye to the truth to protect one of their own? And if so, what does this say about the state of modern journalism? One thing is certain, this debate is far from over.
This is the most important part. This is right after she was saying, we are run by ABC News. You should trust us, not Joe Rogan, who believes in dragons. So she by saying we should trust them because they're double checked by ABC News, and then making the stupidest fucking statement.
Joe Rogan didn't hold back. He argued that if the roles were reversed, the media would have immediately demanded hard evidence. But because Whoopi's comments fit within the broader media narrative, criticizing billionaires and exposing government corruption, she seemed to get a pass. To Rogan, this controversy isn't just about Whoopi Goldberg and Elon Musk, it's about accountability. Should media personalities be held to the same standards as everyone else when making bold public claims? He made his stance crystal clear. Having a platform comes with responsibility, and if someone spreads misinformation, regardless of their political leanings, they should be held accountable.
Oh, their audience is not really their audience. Their audience is a group of people they bring in to watch television shows. You know, I don't know if you've ever seen audiences before for TV shows, but a lot of them are paid. They're paid to be there.
As the backlash gained momentum, Whoopi Goldberg attempted to do some damage control, but instead of diffusing the situation, her response only added fuel to the fire. She insisted that her remark about Musk was meant as a joke, but given the timing and context, the explanation felt unconvincing. Critics weren't buying it, and the controversy only intensified, leaving Whoopi in an even tougher spot.
You know, when you're a certain age, you use words that you know from when you were a kid or you remember saying, and that's what I did today, and I shouldn't have. I should have thought about it a little longer before I said it, but I didn't.
Joe Rogan didn't hold back when addressing Whoopi Goldberg's excuse on his podcast. He called out what he saw as a weak attempt to dodge accountability, arguing that her comment wasn't delivered in a lighthearted or joking manner. It was a serious remark during a discussion about Musk's alleged political influence. According to Rogan, her later attempt to dismiss it as humor was nothing more than a last-ditch effort to avoid the fallout. But here's the real question. If Whoopi truly believed her words were harmless, why did she react so emotionally when Musk's lawsuit landed? Rogan pointed out that her courtroom demeanor suggested she knew she had overstepped. If it was just an offhand joke, why the intense response? Meanwhile, The View co-host scrambled to defend her. Joy Behar claimed the comment was simply misinterpreted, while Sunny Hostin suggested that Musk's lawsuit was nothing more than an intimidation tactic. But Rogan wasn't buying it. He argued that Whoopi's original statement was too precise to be chalked up to a misunderstanding. What made matters worse was the glaring inconsistency between Whoopi's defense and her original tone. When she made the comment, there was no hint of laughter, no indication that it was meant as a joke. It came across as a serious assertion. And according to Rogan, this is a prime example of a larger issue in modern media. When public figures face backlash, they often try to backtrack by claiming their statements were misinterpreted, taken out of context, or meant as satire. But Rogan didn't stop there. He reminded his audience that this isn't Whoopi's first brush with controversy. publicly. Time and again, she's made bold, eyebrow-raising remarks, only to later walk them back when faced with criticism. And this latest scandal, just another chapter in that pattern. So was Whoopi genuinely misunderstood, or was this a calculated attempt to escape consequences? The debate rages on. What do you think? Was Musk justified in taking legal action, or is this just another case of cancel culture going too far? Drop your thoughts below, because this conversation is far from over.
Everybody makes the choice in life. If I have to be concerned that you are upset with me, you're thinking, oh, you and I have a connection. You don't realize there are 10,000 other people who are yelling the same stuff at me.
It could turn this into a broader debate over journalistic freedom and whether public figures can or should be sued for expressing their views. And let's not forget the ripple effect this case could have. If Musk wins, it could set a precedent for celebrities and business leaders to take more aggressive legal action against media figures who criticize them. But if Whoopi successfully defends herself, it might send a message that public figures have more leeway to speak freely, even when their statements carry serious consequences. One thing's for sure, this case isn't just about two big names clashing in court. It's about power, influence, and the ever-blurring line between free speech and defamation. So what do you think? Is Elon Musk justified in taking Whoopi Goldberg to court, or is this a dangerous move that could silence public discourse? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates, because this battle is far from over.